Yeah.
Alright, mate?
Yeah.
What are you doing sat on this side?
What's so better about the other side?
It's just a bit safer, mate.
Yeah, well,
Do you suppose you can come back and watch, could you?
I could, yeah, but I want to stay here.
Come back and watch, mate. It'd be better. I'm not going to leave you sat there.
I'm gonna sit here.
Huh?
I'm gonna sit here.
I don't want you to sit there. 'Cause if you
I don't want you to be on that road.
Yeah, I know, mate, I know, but we have to.
I know.
I don't want you falling off and hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yes, that's a nice thing to want. But,
I don't want you hurting yourself.
I'll be alright.
I'll want you to come over, mate.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have to agree to disagree.
How come you want to sit there?
It's kind of cool, a little bit. Relaxing place to sit. I wouldn't dare sit there on that perch over there. That I'd agree with you there.
Yeah, I know. Can you come across now? Come on, so I've got directed traffic and I'm not going to leave you sat here on your own. To the edge of it. On the edge like this.
Come on. How is this?
No, mate, I know, but I don't want you slipping or hurting yourself.
Yeah, well, can you help me cross the road from now on for the rest of my life? You know, I might get hit by a car.
I know, but it's you sitting on the side of the road, on the side of an edge with a sharp drop. It's a bit more dangerous than the road, isn't it? Yeah. At least come and sit over here.
I want to sit here.
Why do you want to sit there for?
Well, like I said, I don't know. Just. You know, I've been watching a few videos of the police.
Yeah. Getting
a bit of that chip on my shoulder, you know, getting some confirmation bias. But I have to admit, the nanny. Have you heard of the nanny state, where it's basically this health and safety gone mad sort of thing?
Bear with me, mate. I'm just gonna stop this traffic and then I'll come back and speak. All right.
All right.
What were you saying, pal? Something about watching the police.
You have to admit, I mean, aren't I allowed to do this?
You can do that, but it's just preferably I'd rather come sit on the
well,
side.
yeah, but I know, but
I just don't want you falling off, mate. That's all.
I know, I heard that bit.
And you can talk about having a chip on your shoulder and the police being whatever you think.
I was trying to be a bit humble, but I have to admit, I'm going to say you have a real trouble with hearing the word no.
Yeah, but also we have a duty of care of people.
Yeah, to an extent, in which you have to allow for their freedoms eventually. And the courtesy is to eventually accept what a person wants.
It depends if that person makes professional decisions, doesn't it?
No, not really.
Yeah, it does. Of course it does.
Unless you're going to section them, no.
Exactly.
If somebody wants to walk about going like, like that, they're allowed.
I don't know what your problem is, mate. Ultimately, my duty of care is making sure you're safe, that's all.
Okay. It may be irrational to do this, fair enough. Hey buddy. To be honest, I was nosy and I wanted to have a look what was going on there. But it's really not dangerous. If I was sitting there, that would be weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go.
What's your name, Jack?
Noah Green.
I don't know. I know, Sam. If I leave you, are you going to do anything silly like jump up and hurt yourself?
No.
Have you got any intention of hurting yourself?
Well, just because I'm sitting here.
Mate, the amount of people we deal with that sit on the wrong side next to a bridge who want to kill themselves.
No, I'm not going to do that. Just can't sit anywhere now, dude. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm Steve. Can you do me a favour?
Depends.
I'd like to talk to you. But in a minute, you're in a bit of a precarious position. I'm worried that if you slip, you might hurt yourself.
I know the other guy was worried about that, but
Can you talk to me down here?
no. Fine, darling. Whoa!
No, talk to me here, buddy.
I'm not in a precarious position anymore, though.
I know you're not. Well, if you slip, you are.
Whoa!
Right. Can I just explain something?
Yeah.
I'm Steve. I'm the sergeant on duty today. We've currently got an incident going on down there, all right?
Yeah.
Which is reasonably serious, all right?
Yeah.
We're trying to deal with that, and then obviously there's a bit of a distraction because we're worried about you here, and if you fall,
Yeah.
all right? What's brought you to sit here tonight?
You get a nice view of the river, I guess.
What, sorry?
Get a nice view of the river, I
A
guess.
nice view. Are you local to here, or?
Yep.
Yeah, local to Yarmouth?
Yeah, do you want to narrow it down even more? Do you
Go
want
on.
my address?
Well, I'm just asking you.
I know.
Okay. November 5-1. Okay, so you're away from the position that I no, they won't. Negative. You're away from the edge a little bit, aren't you?
Yeah,
So you've
but
come down
I
here to sit-
prefer it there.
I know. You might do.
Yeah.
Let me have a look at how far that is down if you were to fall. Say that.
Hey, be careful, bud. I don't want you to hurt yourself, okay? I know you're a sergeant. I know only sergeants can have, confidence in their physical capabilities.
Now I'm detecting a little bit of sarcasm in your voice, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're obviously quite busy tonight dealing with all that.
Well,
Then fuck off.
And now we've got you sat on the edge of the bridge, haven't we?
I know. Usually I don't have solutions for things like this, but I do now. Don't
Right.
worry about it.
Is this something that you normally do?
No.
No. You just come down here to sit down here tonight, have you?
Funny enough, yeah.
Right. Are you recording on your phone?
No.
You're not.
No.
Why are you holding it like that then?
It's out.
So, just look like you were recording, that's all. Because I'm recording, because obviously we have to wear body-worn video cameras now.
Yeah.
So,
I
alright.
mean, if I was to, I would record myself, but
Okay. Right. So when you say, should we narrow it a bit down locally, where do you
Right.
live from here?
yeah, I can't be bothered to answer that. You know.
Can't be bothered.
Yeah.
Right.
I can be bothered. It's just like, why do you need to know? I was just perched on there.
Okay. Well,
I know it was a defiant stunt, but
is that what it was? Is that why you were doing it?
you know, I'll tell you what. He was worrying if I was going to commit suicide. If I
Well,
was, how would you deter that? How would you actually deter that?
What do you mean?
Well, you did, and I said no. Ultimately, you got to eventually let somebody just say no, even if.
Well, no, because we get called quite a lot to areas like this, the bridge up there,
Like I was explaining to you.
the pier.
I know, but eventually you just got to like.
No, but if we get called to someone who's having a mental health crisis, and I'm not saying you are, right? But I'm just saying if we get called to that, we don't just allow people to hurt themselves. We try and intervene and try and help them.
I know, but how are you telling the difference between a person just doing
Well, we
what they
don't-
want? But are you
we
ever
don't
going to
always
know?
do we?
I
We
know.
don't always know. That's why we have to talk to people to find out.
When will you eventually accept you won't ever know?
Well, we will know, won't we?
You might. I can just keep saying no.
Right. So just to be clear, then, initially you said.
Oh no!
We need to sort this out as well.
Oh,
Noah. Initially, you told me you wanted to get a nice view of the river,
Yeah.
and now you're talking about suicide and mental health and things like that.
Yeah, I was the one who brought that up.
Right. So what
I know these guys.
do you?
You're Ethan?
Yeah, I think you know me as the rapist, and he knows me as the
Swearer.
yeah, the swearer.
You're
Yeah,
right.
well, I was there too.
Oh yeah, no, you were the sorry.
No, we both were there.
Right.
I've seen you over the last few days and you've been alright. We've been waving to each other and stuff.
I know, but I just decided to do something absolutely crazy and perch myself right there. I don't know what made me do it, but
Yeah, no.
Well, you said initially you want to get a view of the river,
Yeah.
and then you said it was a bit of a stunt.
Sorry, Sam.
I said that was sarcasm.
Right, okay.
I thought your sarcasm detector was quite good. But,
Well, so what can we do to help you out of this position then?
allow me to exercise my freedoms. Oh,
Right.
yeah.
The trouble is, the European Convention of Human Rights, we can't just allow people to exercise freedom, because everybody's got a right to life, and if we think that someone's going to do something to hurt themselves, we have to intervene, don't we? So I've got a proposition for you, right? Why don't you come over this barrier, get in that police car, and we'll take you somewhere a bit safer for a chat. I'm not saying we're going to lock you up or anything like that.
You're not getting
No,
it.
you're not getting it.
No, I'm just getting taken away. You know what? I wasn't sitting on that perch like
No, but if
I was sitting like there.
You're going to hurt yourself, aren't you?
You could hurt yourself, couldn't you?
Sorry?
Oh, come on. Come on. I'm going to level with you right now. I intentionally sat on there to provoke this situation. I cannot believe it's happened.
Yeah, but the trouble is, right, we're down there dealing with a road traffic.
You
police.
were
Yeah.
until
Well, we
a
still
greater crisis emerged.
You've got
For the lights.
You've got a few issues of danger here. You've got a busy road, you've got a fall, and you've got a river.
I know, and I don't care.
Right. So, what is your actual motivation for being here tonight then?
Well, just look at the river. Well, I've been honest now. That's kind of relaxing sitting there, but also I was going to see if you gave a crap, and you do. You won't take no for an answer, man.
We're just gonna.
I've said, well, how many no's do you have to say then? I mean, I want to sit there, kind of end the story in it. You know,
It's not the most relaxing though, it's quite noisy, isn't it?
maybe.
Sure, and I'll put another spin on it now as well.
Okay,
right?
go on,
Right?
yeah.
Just pretend this is all happening and the traffic's flowing normally at rush hour.
Yeah.
Somebody drives past, driving their car, right? Listen.
Yeah.
They look to their left and they see you and they worry. They slam the brakes on. Someone goes into the back of them. Someone goes into the back of them, and suddenly we've got that all over again, haven't we?
What an idiot. So I can't. I get you. I should sort of not do what I want because there might be an idiot.
No, but sometimes your actions can have repercussions for other people as
Yeah,
well.
I know. Even there's loads of things that can be.
It's just
Talking to me distracted me while I was on that ledge. Going, whoa!
Yeah,
like,
exactly, yeah.
Wow, your actions have consequences. You know, be careful.
Right. So it's Ethan and not Noah then, is that right? So
Yeah.
You told my colleague
No, it's
Noah,
called
didn't you?
Ethan.
Right.
Yeah.
Ethan, that idea that I suggested about you coming over here and getting in that car and we'll take you somewhere a bit safer,
Yeah.
does that sound good?
No.
And I'll go and grab your stuff and we can put it in the car, yeah?
Well, first, I wouldn't want to put yourself in danger.
Right. Should we have a bit less of the sarcasm, yeah?
No.
Right.
No.
Okay, so you come over here with my colleagues, I'll grab your stuff. Put
Yeah.
you in that car.
Yeah, I'm kind of not doing that.
What?
Why
I'm
not,
not-
mate?
Why? Oh, come on. You know, hey. You know why not? Because first of all, you know I'm a little bit of a
Yeah,
a
but
nuisance. I ain't got much of a life. Let's lay that out there. The humbleness, okay? But at a certain point, you have to admit that what is going on here with the freedoms? They're sort of getting slowly.
Then,
I mean, he admitted something, didn't he? Quality of life sort of
right for
beat
life.
trumps allowing people to like.
do you see why people be worried about you sat there?
Yeah, but a little bit, like a little. Oh, that's kind of weird. Somebody sitting there and then move on.
Yeah, but people get concerned and we'll just get loads of calls in. That's just
Tough
what-
crap, isn't it? They should. Isn't it?
Right.
Boys, come on though.
Just-
Come on though. I get when you had to talk to my cousin because he was taking his rage out on a water gun. I was in that little hole. I was in that little hole when you were talking to him. I get that because that is
When was it? What I did that?
yeah, I remember because I was in that little hole. And do you remember my cousin? He's quite tall, very tall, and he was having a hissy fit with a water gun. And you,
Oh yeah, that was me. Yeah,
I was in that little
I do
hole.
remember. Yeah. Were you in there, were you?
Yeah.
Oh right, okay, fine. Hell. Yeah, he was having a
a little bit of a.
He looked like he was getting.
Whoa,
really
hey,
angry.
we got. I know he's a sergeant, though. He's a skilled person, but that's a sharp drop. Okay.
What?
Ethan,
No.
if you just do it to
You'll
Simon,
be
please,
alright.
just come and just go. Somewhere,
No.
please.
Oh.
Why not? Because the problem is you've got all these officers here, and
Why-
I appreciate that you just want to sit on there. I
You
get.
don't, because you're not. I don't think you are.
Mate,
I
mate,
understand
I
why you want
appreciate
to
you sit
because, like you've just said, you wanted
Ex-
to see if we react, which we have. But obviously, we don't want you to just sit there. 'Cause you're gonna get. We don't
Come
want to
on.
get hurt.
I'm probably knocked. First of all, I keep getting the gaslit. I'm not going to hurt myself. I'm a very capable person, believe it or not.
No, I don't deny that. at
Well,
all.
you're suggesting I'm not ultimately capable enough to do that without.
Anyone could fall.
Anyone.
Literally anyone.
And they-
Could.
Anybody could get ran over while they're crossing the road.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, true.
Do you think I'm likely to fall off there? Similar to how crossing the road I might get ran over?
How do you know?
It's entirely possible. You
Well, I know
Yeah,
that's
but
the game of life.
Okay.
How do I know?
Humour me then. Is there a possibility you could fall off that bridge? Honestly.
I've never said. Of course I could.
So you appreciate
Good
why we're
argument.
here?
Haven't that? I keep bringing up the road and crossing the road. Is there a chance you could kill yourself crossing the road?
Of course there is. Of course there is.
Well,
but crossing the
I'm
road
worried
is
for your safety.
To
Then.
be fair, mate, crossing the road is a normal everyday event. We get people. Can you appreciate?
Yeah, but that's
why,
like about like
Ethan, just
10%
but
above
could
a
you
normal.
appreciate why someone sitting on a bridge over a river might alarm police?
No.
Come
I
on,
don't.
Or
mate.
anyone.
No, because you did a bit sneaky there over a bridge.
Come on.
That is like the
But
side
you're
of the
on a-
bridge.
you are
That
on
is
a
like
bridge, though.
it's like where does their head and neck begin? It's like that is kind of the bridge.
You can still hurt yourself.
Look, you may frame it as if I'm sitting on like that perch over there. Like
Where exactly were you? sat?
where is that link?
Mate,
Whoa! I was sitting here. Whoa! Whoa! I am taking the mic now. Whoa!
It's not funny though, is it?
Well, I'm sorry. Again, your opinion can trump my right to do stuff, can it? There's the. You can tell I watch a lot of those videos of the police, can't you? But you know, there's a whole genre of YouTube of people just recording the police.
Yeah,
And they
no,
make
we-
it-
yeah, no, we're
got
very-
the auditors and all that rubbish.
Yeah, no, we know. We watch them.
Have you? Well, you watch it. Have you
I thought we
had
watched-
any
we watched
self-reflection on it?
Well, no, I haven't been in one personally. No, I'm not aware of.
I know, but you see it. The whole point is that there's a point where it's kind of weird how they won't. You ultimately, it's my right to think I won't hurt myself there.
There's a chance that you could.
Is that relevant?
I think so. Yes. I don't want you to hurt yourself. I know you.
It's just not. It's
I'm
not
saying
enough
you're
of a
not
risk. You
feeling
have to just accept what I want at some point, don't you? You know the genre, yeah, the YouTube where or the videos, and the police just can't seem to say accept it, and I'll be honest, it seems like he's just contriving stuff to try to get me off it.
Yeah.
I mean, and it annoys me that he's lower down, but
Well,
he's
yeah.
still playing.
Because
Why do you have
probably-
to stand there when you could
because
be
he's
doing?
assessing it-
He
because
won't
he
even.
probably-
He's not even hearing his own advice. I
Because
don't
he's
know.
assessed his own risk and got in a safer position.
Oh, is that like a? Is that like an?
I don't feel overly safe here.
Okay, well, you're a bit of a wimp. No, look, what is something about being a sergeant you're allowed to assess your own risk without people trying to take you off in a police car? I can assess my own
We're trying to
risk.
get you somewhere else though. There's not a bridge.
So what was your intention then? Just to sit there?
I don't mind sitting there. I have some food I'm going to binge eat there. And I'm
Right.
just going to sit with the river. And also, it's a bit nosy, you know that, don't you?
Yeah.
And then also I noticed that he was probably going to come talk to me. And I can't resist testing.
Why?
Because I cannot believe you want me to go in a police car because I'm sitting on like the side of a bridge.
I mean, our goal, our job, mate, is
And a
is to
person
life
when-
and safeguard. If we see a danger for it, we've got to act. Unfortunately, it's been called in.
You
we
don't
see a
actually
danger.
have to act. You don't have to act
It's
if
It's
there's
our
a
duty,
danger.
We
it's our
completely
duty
do.
to act.
From what you've just said, let me explain something, right?
Yeah.
You've just said you wanted him to come over and talk.
Oh, here we go. Are you going to contrive
No,
the?
listen. Right. He's exercising his lawful duty as a police officer.
Yeah.
By you intentionally distracting him, potentially you're obstructing that. Right?
Oh, they always have this word, and sometimes I cringe when they say this. But tyrant, when they go tyrants or another tyrant, I'm sorry, buddy.
He's not used that word.
No, I'm using that word now. I think you're a bit of a. You're
not
contriving stuff.
I'm not.
That's really bad, mate. You're trying to get me. He's trying to get some legal stuff
What
involved.
I'm trying to do is resolve this situation. And get
Yeah,
you away
you in a
from it.
way you want. which is trying to get me. Are you not going to defend that? It's illegal activity. It's illegal activity to be sit in a precarious position, okay? And he's trying to say I'm obstructing because of his opinion on what I'm doing.
But you've said to me that the reason you've
What?
come and sat here is because you
just
wanted police to come and get to. You said that to me.
We're not twisting words.
No,
You
that
physically
you-
have said
tough.
said
But the whole point of this is that if I sit there going like this, picking my nose and going and spinning around in a circle, if he gets distracted by that, can I be done for obstruction? If I intentionally did that to try to,
Yeah, but that's not dangerous, is it?
yeah, but it's obstructing. If he's going to go and get distracted.
You just said to us that you were trying to get his attention. You've just said that, which is obstruction. Whilst he's
Oh, I
doing
don't
the
think
job.
I said I was trying to get this. I said he might come over. Well, no.
No, you said
How
you
is that
wanted
obstruction?
You said you wanted to see if he'd come over.
You
You said you want to see if police would come over.
I don't think it is obstruction because he's like doing it himself, isn't he? I'm not forcing him to do that.
He's done what a police officer should do, and what we're
That's not-
lawfully
well,
obliged
that's
to do
the-
is to preserve life and limb. When you sitting on the edge of the bridge is quite precarious, and you could endanger
Yeah,
yourself. doing
too
that.
opinionated. You're not gonna get any charge with that. It's too opinionated.
Who's too opinionated?
You. It's fair enough, but you don't try to get the law involved because the law's objective, and this is your opinion. Oh,
He was
life
doing
and
his-
limb and all this stuff. It's just like, what? Just I can't believe this.
Is there anything?
Why was he trying to get me for obstruction? Because
He's not trying to get into obstruction.
he was
I'll
trying
be
to
honest with you.
insinuate that I was in.
You're giving us a load of legislation, so you want to give it. He's just giving you the correct legislation of what's happening right now. That's all.
That
it is.
I'm obstructing that.
Technically, yes.
So,
Look, we're not going to lie to you, are they?
is it obstructive if I have a shiny object and the police come running?
Why are we going to lie to you about legislation? You're on recording here, you're on recording there. We're not going to lie to you because we're getting recorded and everything.
No, I know it's very opinionated.
Yeah.
No, I think I'll say no. Actually, buddy, you do tell little lies, and I've seen it all the time.
No, we don't.
For example, at the Nearly Festival, there was a guy who did the same thing as me, the auditor types, and he was taking pictures of people walking in. A security guard came up to him. This is on his YouTube channel. He said, I'm worried about you filming children and little kids. He said, it's my right to do this. And then the health and safety person said,
Smash your fucking face in.
Oh, really?
the guy calls the police, they arrive, and he shows them recording. So that person just, section 5, you're familiar with that? And
Familiar?
he said, he threatened violence. And the police said on the recordings, this is on this guy's YouTube channel,
He's not going to be arrested.
Why not?
So
It's a section 5, isn't it? Public order.
It is.
Yeah. Dangerous to the public, that, isn't it?
He's not dangerous. He's in.
He's not dangerous. He's a professional, but he's threatening members of the public, so he's dangerous.
He's legally cleared. However, we've spoken to him. We can get him to apologise to him.
I don't want an apology. I want him arrested.
He's not going to be arrested.
Why is he not being arrested?
Because necessity for work. We have not got necessity.
Well, so threatening members of the public is fine. Can I go do that?
No.
Why not?
You know why?
Why? Because I get arrested.
No, it's not the case.
So you're not gonna, you've just gone over there and said, don't do that again, and a slap on the wrist. And that's it.
We've spoken to him. We've made our assumption of the situation. We've discussed it with him,
Yeah.
and he said that he will come over and apologise.
I don't want an apology from him because he's a thug.
Okay.
I don't take apologies from thugs.
Okay.
Threatening members of the public. He needs to be arrested. As simple as that.
It's not gonna
So he's not going to be arrested for a section 5, no? No? But
and they just couldn't explain themselves because the truth is, Section 5, you sometimes do it when you want and you sometimes don't, okay?
Every
You're not,
officer can have their own discretion, Ethan, on how they act on a
obviously
crime.
if somebody said, I'm going to F your face in or whatever, you would probably arrest them, wouldn't you? But sometimes they don't.
Depends on the immediate act.
Depends
whether the
on-
person is feeling distressed or
Yeah, I mean, I think that person might have threat of life and limb of somebody threatening violence to them more than me sitting on this perch. But whatever, keep contriving stuff, okay? I could have just lied about all that. I didn't, but
No,
it happened at Nearly Festival and all that.
Yeah.
I'm aware of the video.
Are you?
I'm aware of the video. Yeah.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Me, I've never been on that channel.
Oh,
And there's probably a reason I've never been on that channel. It's because I haven't lied to him. I'm trying to be honest.
well, the police. Well, the whole reason I
When
brought.
last dealt with you,
Yeah.
you know.
The whole reason I brought this
let's be
up.
real, I gave you a lot of opportunity.
Yeah.
Which I think you'll agree to.
Wow, it should have gave me a yeah, absolutely.
No, I gave you the last one, and you went and you still did it, and that was what happened.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with that. No, you gave me loads of warnings.
I've been honest with you.
It's a bit pretty embarrassing, actually, what happened.
Well, I didn't.
But,
I did try not to. Didn't
yeah,
I?
well, it seems to be actually though somebody can threaten violence to somebody's face and not get arrested. So you didn't really have to, did you?
Well,
The thing is, we weren't there in that
moment, it was
situation.
necessary.
In that moment, it felt necessary.
It did.
Hey. But the reason I brought up that Niddy Festival thing is, I forgot now, but you can lie on camera. The police said, I'm not going to arrest him. You have to arrest somebody when they do that.
It's just police discretion. It's
Okay.
like if you pull someone over for speeding, you don't have to give them a speeding ticket.
Are you sure that really holds up in court? Somebody can I can threaten. Can I threaten you with violence right now?
Yes.
But why can't I sit on that perch?
Because we're worried.
I know you think that you won't fall, but there's still a small chance,
Okay.
however small that is, that you could fall, and we don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I don't
know you
really
don't
care
care
anymore.
about your
Also,
personal
I think it's that is too much. I'm allowed to exercise my freedom there. Sorry. And I don't think it's fair to say I was obstructed by. If I'm doing something, if I do this lawful activity and that distracts a police officer, that's on the incompetence of the police officer. I know you said life and limb, we have a threat, and that's fair enough. He went up to me, said, I'm worried for your safety, would you like to move? I said no. There's a certain amount of no's at which he has to accept and walk away. He didn't. So I don't think his distraction further from that point is obstruction on my part. He's obstructing himself then by not accepting no for a lawful activity. Come on, I don't know. Isn't it weird how you're making me sound like I know my stuff? I sit here and do nothing, all right? But
I've got no doubt that you don't know the law relatively well. You just might not be completely accurate sometimes.
it seems I'm accurate enough here.
I don't deny that at all.
So would you say it was a bit wrong about the obstruction thing?
No, that's actually bang on right.
That's bang on right.
It's
That
a
after
necessity.
saying no, that I'm allowed to do more. If a police officer is still distracted by me doing a lawful
Obstruction.
activity, that's still obstruction.
Obstruction is a necessity for arrest. So yes, it was a legal thing what he said.
Yeah, but did I do it?
Well, you've admitted that you've done it.
You've
said
said
that you
the
were sitting
reason you've
there
sat
and you were
there.
hoping he was going to talk to you. So you have sat there with the intention of getting his attention whilst he's on a job. That is obstruction.
Oh, no, obstruction is when you get in somebody's way.
No, it's not. There's different ways of obstruction.
Well, so wouldn't you say there are types of obstruction which is not my fault if he does? I know I intentionally try to distract him. It's like if I sit here going like this, la la la, and he gets distracted by, is that obstruction?
You've
No.
just said.
Are you getting obstructed right now?
The key word in there was intent, right? You just said I was intentionally obstructing him. If you'd done it accidentally, okay, fair
I never
play.
said I was obstructing. I said.
You just said.
just said.
You just said intentionally.
Wait, are you not? Wait, no, really, it's entrapment. I'm trying to tempt him to do something silly. No, what I was doing to him, I was trying to see if he would do something foolish.
How is that foolish for him trying to help you?
After saying no, you have to accept. Actually, is that guy in that much danger? No, not really. And technically, even if he is, he's allowed to do it.
But how would that look if he'd left you sat there and then you fell?
Wouldn't that look bad on me, actually?
No, it would look bad. It would look bad on us.
Well, it shouldn't, should it?
Yeah, but the
Well,
reality
tough. I'm
is
sorry, we have to deal with these people who are foolish enough to think that's your fault for accepting somebody's right to do what they want legally. If you're going to get told off for that, that's unfair.
I'm just getting told off.
I don't. But
Potential career on the line.
well,
That's a career.
that's a pretty big problem. That I'm not going to. Come on, you're getting.
Yeah, we're getting into areas that we don't need to talk about.
I know.
Is there anything that we can do, Ethan, to get you to come with us, just to go anywhere that you want to go in Yarmouth that isn't on a bridge?
So I get a free ride.
You want one? Where do you want to go?
No, I don't really want to be honest.
So you'd rather just stand
I can't believe how much I've obstructed you. I mean, God knows what's happened in there.
to just put it into perspective here. when we get
Two
called-
people have been
when-
stabbed.
When we get called about someone on a bridge, you can imagine what sort of what the first impression is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why.
Have we got over the first impression now?
We've got to control traffic first. That's why you've got multiple officers here. Then we've got to talk to you.
Yeah, I can't. How can? I'm sorry. Look, I'm not a danger to myself. So I can't believe you're still sitting here, standing here.
Can I be clear to you what our objective is here? Right, we want to get you right side of that barrier.
Yeah.
Somewhere safe. We can go and have a chat somewhere else. I just don't really feel comfortable chatting to you here because it's a dangerous situation for all of us, as you pointed out, right?
But I pointed that out because you could just stand there.
I could.
So you're saying it's a dangerous situation, but I'm choosing to do it. Can I do that?
It's a little bit different because I'm not sat right over there.
That is a bit more dangerous.
Right.
It's like
that drop is significantly less than that. But what I'm proposing is that we get you the right side of the barrier.
yeah.
I'm not saying get in the car cuffed up when you're going to be nicked and take you to the station. Let's just take you somewhere. It could be anywhere. It could be down to like near Mackie D's, couldn't it? We'll have a
not
chat.
there.
We'll have a chat.
Not the
We'll
one in the town centre.
Yeah, whichever. I don't know where you live, do I? I don't know if you live Yarmouth Police, Caister. That's my proposition, all right? I want to get you away from here, and then that allows everyone else to finish up with this other job.
Yeah, I have actually.
How does that sound?
I prefer exercising my rights without getting pestered by emergency workers.
Hello.
Hello.
I think his facial expression probably says it all.
What do you think he's thinking? Why are they? What has he done that's so bad? He seems like a health and safety gone mad type, so I think he'd agree with me.
Ethan, let's get you over there, get you in the car, get you off the bridge. We can start clearing up all this, and then we can speak to somewhere else, can't we?
Yeah, you could do all that, yeah. With my consent, yeah. You do.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Go on, keep thinking of something. I mean, the obstruction was... You nearly got me there, but you could have got me. I think it's a technicality, though.
We just want to get you somewhere else.
I know you do, yeah.
Like the colleague said, is there anything we can do or say to help you at the minute? To get you off from where you are?
Leave. Well, that's not strictly true. I'm quite a bored and lonely person, but I would prefer if you... I'll say leave. That's what I wanted to do.
We're not going to do that.
What time frame?
I'm not giving it a time frame.
Okay. Usually police like to give ultimatums when they can. When they don't, it usually suggests they don't have the authority to. I've just seen that happen a lot. They like giving ultimatums, and you've seen like a type to want to do that.
Oh, mate, you asked me for a time frame, and I said that I wasn't giving
Well, I know. I'm just saying. Most of the time, if you could give one, you would.
Oh, mate. Can we not go?
Come on, mate. Just come on. Just can we have our own way? Can we just kind of like? Can't just infringe on people's freedoms.
It's benefiting right now because it's not benefiting you, is it? You don't want to stand there talking to us.
Well, I have kind of suggested I don't mind.
Every time I've seen you recently, I've tried to be really decent with you and be nice, which I think you'll agree I've been doing.
Yeah,
Just-
but
even the other day, you know, when I went drove past you, I put the window down and said hello. Granted, I put the wrong window down, but
You tried. You tried.
can you not just do me a favour and just come with us to
you know,
anywhere you want to go?
no, I wish you would have done me a favour, not arrested me for accidentally
I
swearing.
tried not to arrest you, didn't I?
Yeah, well, you
Come
could
on.
tell it was accidental, the last one, couldn't
I
you?
tried to not arrest
He did give you a lot of
He could have tried harder, because the last time I swore, I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, it was clearly an accident." And I thought, well, sometimes you've got to draw the line. You've got to draw the line. And I see a footage and go, I'm going to F your face in. They go, we're not going to arrest him. So it looked like, I don't know, unless you're the Judge Dredd of like the department, or like the...
My discretion of when I do it. At that time, I felt like I had to.
And I'm saying you didn't really have to, did you?
Well, that's your opinion on it, isn't it?
Yeah, did I say otherwise? I'm not the one trying to suggest my opinions have a bit more weight to them than they probably do. That seems to be more up your alley, to be honest. Do you want a cinnamon bun?
Ethan, I've got another question for you. Do you feel like you need any help or support from any medical professionals?
Oh, no, I don't.
No?
Are you going to accept no as an answer?
If that's your answer, then that's your answer. I've asked the question you asked.
What? Hey. So can I sit back there if you're going to accept no as an answer?
I'm sorry if you didn't.
I know you prefer. I've never spent this much time. Well, I haven't had many jobs, but I don't think I would just take a massive chunk out of my work just to try to get somebody to do something I would prefer they do, especially as an emergency worker.
What do you do for work at the minute?
Nothing.
Nothing. I don't quite understand what you're after.
You.
Like, what reason?
Oh, I think you're being I think it is an absurd situation, Con. It is really, Con. It is health and safety gone mad. Come on.
Not really.
Not really. That's what that goes for. Health and safety gone mad.
You're sitting near a busy main road on
Okay.
A lot of people die in that room, mate.
Wow. You know what? It sounds a bit like coarse, but I don't care. I don't care to the extent I'm gonna not do what I want to do. I mean, that sounds kind of selfish, but I just want to sit there. I'll charge my power bank in a minute. And you know what? I do record because I am a bit egotistical. But when I request that takes it's a bit of a process to request that.
I asked you if you record now, do you remember?
Yeah, and I lied to you.
Yeah. Why was that?
Because sometimes you say things. People change a little bit when they think they might have an audience.
We're not going to go anywhere, mate, until we get some sort of outcome from it.
You're not going to leave. So come on, now it's looking really bad. You will not leave unless somebody does something you prefer. That's looking bad now, isn't it?
I just don't want you to be there.
I don't want you to be here. So, you know, it's just the battle of the... You really are not... You said you're not going to leave because you want me to do something you would prefer that I do.
I'm worried about it, that's why.
Yeah, well, there's an extent where you... At this point, I think you'd be happy if I fell off. But
Particularly.
it's a
no.
joke, but, you know...
Why do you think we'd be happy if you fell off?
That's just a joke about how I'm being a bit of a pest, I guess. It's like 34 minutes now.
34 minutes.
Yeah. And this is the second recording.
28.
Yeah, 28.
Okay. Oh. As soon as you go, I'll move back there.
Why do you always say your name to Noah as well? Surely you don't want to stand there all night.
I don't have to stand. I could just sit where I was. I mean, you better start sitting down. Save some energy for the long night ahead.
So apart from you wanting us to leave,
Yeah.
anything else we can help you with?
No, you keep asking that. That's not a big thing to keep answering the same question or to hear the same question, but why? Yeah, you can go in Asda and get me something, if you like.
Go on. What do you want from us then?
I actually don't want. I wish I did want something.
Right?
Would you actually go over? I'm not taking the mick. Like, oh, my servant. Would?
At the minute, I'm exploring opportunities.
Hey, you know what I fancy right now? A kebab. Will you go down and get me a kebab?
You want me to...
I want a kebab.
What? Really?
No. Why? Were you going to go and get me one?
No.
Well, I want one now.
And most of tonight's shift, I can guarantee you, it's been these guys and the other guys, the guys you can't even see, going from one job to the next, helping people, help the next person, help
Wow, hey, they get to the next job. You got a bit stumped here.
That's what they're doing down there now, isn't it? Those people have been involved in a car crash and they're helping. That's what our job's all about. And now we're here trying to help you.
I tell you, you're not.
And I'm not taking the piss of being sarcastic.
I'm alarmed. Get him, sick him.
We're trying to help you out of this situation, aren't we?
Yeah, but you just alarmed me, buddy. Oh. Why should I be so easy going about that? If you wanted to, you could arrest me for swearing. Not right now, actually. You couldn't do that. Oh.
How are they getting down there?
I'll tell you, not as busy as the Coast Guard recently.
Still there.
I'm always seeing them.
Oh, there.
Coast Guard.
Yeah, the Coast Guard, yeah.
What about them?
I just keep seeing them. They're going around on sirens around the... I've seen it a few times now. And last night, I got woken up by a search helicopter. And maybe somebody was perched on the side of a bridge and they had to, you know...
Quite possibly, if that's Coast Guard.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, if I flied over there though and I saw... He's sitting on the side of the bridge, guys. Oh. You know, you've seen those videos. You've seen those videos. You know, the public being critical, being maybe nitpicky, whatever. Let's say.
It'd be a lie to say we haven't watched their videos.
Yeah. And they sometimes film police officers at McDonald's and say, "Oh, look how lazy they are," and so, well, they could just have their lunch. But this is a moment where I'm not saying you're being lazy, but I'm saying.
We're not being lazy.
No, I didn't say. I said I think you're misusing your time.
To be fair, it's quite nice that you actually can see that. Yeah, we do sometimes need a break and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can see it.
Because we get it all the time.
But this is like. But there's always people with chips on their shoulders. There's always But right now it seems like. You're wasting your time, big time, like a lot.
I don't think it feels like that to me, if I'm going to be honest.
Well,
I can tell you why if you want to listen. But...
I have listened, come on, I mean, I think I listen, I just don't agree at a fundamental bit, so I have listened. I mean, what was that, your life and limb trumps, like, free... So would you stop somebody from going parachuting then? I'd really prefer if you wouldn't, mate. Would you be on the plane with them still trying to say that? Or would you go, yeah, they're risking their life big time, but right, it's their right to do that?
You're now talking about someone taking part in a
legal activity. Yeah, you knew what was happening there.
Leisure activity. You told us that one of the reasons he's sitting there is because you wanted him to come over and talk to you. But somebody doesn't jump out of a plane with a parachute because they want the police to talk to them, do they?
Yeah, but originally I didn't admit to that, and you were still not letting me do it. So.
Have you got anybody locally, friends, family, anyone you know?
Yep.
Right.
Where do they live?
Where do they live?
Yeah, where do they live?
Where do they live?
All right, let's rope them into it as well.
So when you...
I guess you are maybe waiting it because, you know, you still got that to deal with. But, I mean, you two... Oh. Well, yeah, you two aren't really... You really got the lights on there.
out of curiosity, you know,
Yeah.
we were saying that you wanted to get the attention. Do you try and get police attention just so you can talk to him and do this sort of thing, or are you secretly? Let me just finish
Yes, I know what
Or are
you.
you secretly wanting some sort of help but you can't say it?
No, I'm quite close with my family.
Okay, fine. No, that's fair enough.
My sister, I'm going to Wiltshire in about a week to see my little brother, my mum. I'm surprisingly close
You do get.
with all my family.
Okay.
Video clip.
It's 46 minutes.
6 minutes. Mine is. You want to come and sit here?
Yeah, sometimes down there.
Right.
Why didn't you just do that? You know, I'm actually quite a violent criminal. I battered a police officer, but you know.
I was there.
Oh yeah, because I'm a... Well, let's not be joking about it. First of all, I don't know where... I think you need to get some dictionaries, because battery is a strong succession of powerful blows. Dictionary definition, and I would say that is the vernacular of the common person in the police. Unlawful force of any kind. Okay? Could it just be called that? Or was there a word count or something? That's bad. That is a gross misuse of that word.
Common assault and battery. So to give you an idea,
One battery for emergency worker.
I'll tell you what it can be classed as. If someone threw a Rizzler paper at someone and it hit them, that could be classed as assault and battery. Granted,
But it shouldn't be
I
called
appreciate
battery because the dictionary and common vernacular. So they've just.
the definition that we have. If
Have you
read-
seen that guy with the Nazi stuff in his room? Oh no, I shouldn't say this actually. I want to keep him safe because he'll be knocking on his door. I think it's just.
Nazis?
No, I'm not coming up with rubbish. There's somebody who lives.
I think
yeah,
I know.
yeah. Bless him. I think it's just.
Is he an old boy?
I'm not telling you. I don't know.
I weren't a trick question. I'm curious if it was the same guy, but yeah.
Oh right. Have you talked with? Oh, you've already went to somebody's house and had a little talk with him.
No. I was just more. So I think I've seen him like walk in the house, but
Yeah,
might be
I
a
think
creep.
we're talking about the same person.
yeah. Although, really, can you be completely 100% honest with me here, right? Hypothetically, if I let
Well, I
you...
don't answer hypotheticals, unlike her.
Okay. Well,
Well,
let's, do you know
gave
what?
you quite an extreme one last
I
time.
do-
Yeah,
I
it's
do-
the
I
test,
do-
the principle.
I do answer hypotheticals sometimes, but if we were to leave you here now, sitting on there, what are you going to do? Are you just going to sit there
Yeah.
and then go to your tent?
Even you're getting bored now.
Not
But
that I'm getting bored.
that guy really would prefer if I didn't do that. So
I prefer
hey,
that as well.
Both
yeah, but that guy really would like that's top priority right now. Maybe wake at night, think about that.
We've seen, me and you've seen you
That's
all over the
loads.
place.
All
To be fair, I
over.
haven't seen you. I think I've seen you every
Yeah.
last week, innit?
Yeah, you got.
Not just that, I've never actually been down there. No, I've never been down there either.
Been there for 12 years. and never been down there.
Where do you live?
Dalston.
Yeah, what's your address?
Come on.
Something. Well, some asked that. Some
Sounds
asked that for
like-
trivial things.
Yeah. So when were you going to leave? Go for your walk?
I don't know.
If you said around 20 past 8,
You know, actually, what is your exact address? You know, just make it even between us with this amount of.
I don't know
We
your
don't
exact
know
address.
your address.
All I know is
Oh,
you
you
don't
do.
know
It's close. I
somewhere.
don't know the postcode of that tree over there, but
Get back to
oh,
the
be
base
careful.
side.
Isn't that annoying?
What's that?
Isn't that annoying when you just believe your own capabilities as like an able-bodied person, and somebody just goes, "Well, be careful." Kind of a bit annoying, isn't it? Like,
I get it, but we've got a duty that we've got to do it.
yeah, to an extent.
Well,
Is it like
we know how far that extent is.
until that sun revolves around the earth?
Mate, I don't deny what your abilities are at all. You're a big lad, and I don't. You can you probably look after yourself.
Yeah, but that is too much. It's absurd, all right.
But You'll
And
probably
I
agree
don't,
with
and
the
I
last
don't
time
think you'll be
when
that liable about it. I
Say
don't
again?
think you'd be that
We'd
liable.
be massively liable.
Well, that's really stupid, isn't it?
Not our fault though, is it? Not my fault.
How are you able to assess, on your own discretion, acts of threatened violence and verbal abuse, but not that? I think you're not adding up here. How would that person who swore the nilly? I know these were two police officers. They could not represent you completely, but I've seen this happen a lot of times where they're selective about the violence. Would those two ladies be liable for letting a person who was threatening members of the public out normal? They would be liable, wouldn't they? But they weren't scared for some
I
reason.
don't know the whole situation with it.
Oh, here we go. You said you watched the video, didn't you, buddy?
Well, that's not a whole event though, is it?
No, it's just until they arrived, until they left.
So,
They couldn't. I haven't watched the prequel to it or whatever.
they put in place. That's their decision. Obviously, when
That's
I
a
get
joke,
there,
mate.
the problem
The
is
footage shows them coming up and clearly saying we're not going to arrest that person for threatening violent abuse. It's as simple as that. They didn't think they were liable for doing that. I don't know if you.
Mate, that's up to them. My job is worth that. My job's worth a lot more to me.
Well, what I'm saying is, I think they could have been incompetent there. They could have been really reckless with their careers, or they knew they were at no risk.
That's up to them.
Yeah, it's funny how it's always.
Other police officers.
I know, there's a lot of discretion, your own discretion you afford to yourself, but not much for people on the side of a bridge. Well, you just keep saying, we can do this. This is our own choice. This is if we want to do this. But then I'm sitting there and like, can I construe this harassment if I said I want you to leave and you didn't? I could construe that as harassment, couldn't I? Like he was trying to construe what I was doing as obstruction, okay?
Yeah, this couldn't be harassment, unfortunately.
This couldn't be.
It's got to be two courses of conduct, one after the other. This is one at the moment.
Oh, what? So somebody's allowed to stand next to you for a long time, the whole day, while he hasn't left and came back yet?
You what the definition is.
Okay, that's another bad day. It's like it has to be two separate situations. The store and the guy goes, "Well, I'm just going to follow them all day then. I'm not even going to have my lunch break because if I come back, then it's a crime."
You just asked me if it was harassment. I gave you the answer.
Okay.
How's your battery?
You know that Tesco, the grey Yarmouth one?
Yeah.
There's a bench in front of it that's been sectioned off. Right, I'm just going to sit back there now. Oh, I really... Who cares? Who cares? I'm going to let... Come on, though. Who cares?
Why don't you just go somewhere else?
Why not just do what we prefer?
We really had to.
Can you do that for me? Could you do something I prefer?
If you do something for me first.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't think it's extreme cases of the police not respecting people's rights. Trivial rights, but when you start taking away trivial stuff, then... And I'm saying you're kind of doing this now, so... By doing the whole, we would prefer for the 50 millionth time. It's just like, yeah, but fair enough. I'm aware of that now. Do you have to remind me? You have to stand here. What?
Unfortunately, when something like this happens, we have to proceed to do positive action.
Are you really forced to do this? Are you forced to do
It's our
this?
duties.
Yeah, well, like I said, I gave examples of where supposedly it's your duty to do things, and you don't seem to do it. It seems to be at your own discretion, as you kept saying. So I'm not sure if you really have to do this.
We do.
I think you kind of think you should do this, and I think that's silly. Yeah, but do you think this is a waste of your time?
There's some things that we can
Oh,
do.
come on! I almost admitted I'm.
Yeah,
trying
there's
to
a
take
bit of
up
me,
your
I'm going to
time.
be honest here, mate, there's a bit of me that believes that you want something from us and you won't admit it. And that's why.
Yeah, I can't convince you otherwise, because
And I appreciate that completely. But, you know, okay, fine, you know, me and you, we've had two situations where you've ended up getting nicked, but every other time I've seen you, you've been decent, and actually I think you're an alright bloke.
Yeah, well...
but you know, and I think you need maybe want a bit of help with this, but just won't admit it. And fine, you can look
Well,
at me
not
like that.
necessarily from us, but what the help we can.
Sorry.
Oh, look at him in action. There you go. A woman died. A woman died somewhere
What woman?
near Winterton or something. I think they're just trying to look like they're doing a lot of stuff. A woman died drowning.
Right. When was that?
A few weeks ago.
Oh, what, in Winterton?
Yeah. And I think they're trying to.
There's
Maybe.
an elderly lady swimming too far out, wasn't it?
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I saw that on there. And someone I know sort of knows her, but yeah. Unfortunately, I've had a few people die in the water that I've known over the last few years. To give you an idea of my first job, Ethan, my first job I ever done on area was somebody washed up on the beach.
What?
Never seen a dead
Yeah.
body before either.
Like decomposed quite a lot.
Luckily not, he hadn't been in very long, but weren't very nice.
No.
I've seen someone out of the water who was a bit decomposed and it was very not nice.
Fishy.
Well, when was that?
I was in Yarmouth.
Hear that?
What's that?
It said fishy.
No, fish eats you. So
Yeah, fish
sometimes
eat
you'll
you.
come
Oh.
out of the water and honestly the fish will eat you. It's not very nice. Not very funny either.
We've seen the direct impact of people going into water and not coming out again. Both of us have.
And mate, for real, yeah, you're just sitting there, fine.
Okay, well that is kind of it, isn't it?
Yeah, you're just
Yeah,
sitting
but isn't
there.
it the water, mate?
People don't intend to fall sometimes, and they do, and that's why we're here.
People don't intend to fail in
Yeah.
their abilities
Yeah.
as a capable human being, but as long as they do, we should probably pester them until they give up completely. Just do everything nice and safe. Oh, but I do parachuting because you know, it's
Recognised.
it's a recognised thing. You know, just stick to what is known.
Yeah. Oh, I get that.
You get it, but you're kind of like, would you be on the plane with a guy going, look, I would really prefer if you don't jump right now. Would you be
I
there?
probably would, but I don't like heights, that's why.
Good one.
Yeah. But no, if someone does it as a sport, I probably would not say that to them.
No, but, well, I guess there's something about it being a sport that makes it different. Not really, is there, though, but...
Right, you go to that place in Norwich with the cushions.
I've no idea
Have
what
you seen that? It's like the angry place where you go there and you can basically get fights with your mate with like cushions and stuff. I can't think of rage rooms.
Rage rooms, yeah.
Well,
there's a place quite nearby.
Yeah, I don't think that's quite going to be the replacement for violence there.
Not for cage fighters. Some makes me think they want something a bit more than pillows.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I want a bit more than that, to be honest. It is just because I'm work shy.
I think my colleague asked you, did you grow up in Yarmouth? Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, and you've only ever lived here?
What?
You've only ever lived in Yarmouth?
No.
Or, no, where else do you live?
Wiltshire.
I'm going to say I know where that is.
Yeah, I don't know what Wiltshire is.
I can tell you that.
What Wiltshire?
I can tell you that Ham
Where
comes
Wiltshire?
from there, but about as far as I can go with Wiltshire, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's a lot of hills. Oh, it's Stonehenge is there.
Oh, I've definitely been to Wiltshire then, yeah. So,
Yes. That's it really for what's there.
Stonehenge.
There's Swindon.
Nothing else?
There's Swindon.
I've heard of Swindon, I don't know where it is.
is that country? There's a TV programme called This Country. That's
Yes.
Wiltshire.
Yeah, that's
I love
lovely.
it. The water pistol.
Yeah.
Basically, I was at Peggy's car park and I saw this lad with a water pistol, and he looked like he was just. He looked like he was just having a complete freak out. I couldn't really work it out what was going on, so I went and spoke to him, and he was fine. He was just getting annoyed with a water pistol.
As you do.
It was one of those moments where I was unsure what was happening, I genuinely just want to make sure that he was okay at first because I've never seen someone react like that if I walked up and stuff before.
Well,
Same, but yeah.
Need any help from it?
No, sit there, go for a walk later. Alright, we're going to leave you then, mate.
oh, thank you.
Right. So genuinely, right now, we are going to leave you. Do you want a lift anywhere? Because we will give you a lift.
No.
Fine, no worries.
All right, see you around.
See you later.
Whoa!
Don't, mate.
Oh no, that's too much. Cry, baby.
Chance for a lift.
Health and safety gone mad. Oh.